Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to LCW Local Global Last Chance Wrestling Episode 3, as we plan to bring you Last Chance Live 4, 5, and 6. Currently scheduled for tomorrow's Last Chance 4, where we will crown the World Champion. But, let's go ahead and take a look at our mail. So, as you can see, our merchandise has went from tiny, I believe it's called, to small time. So, we check merchandise. We will no longer be upgrading, because if you read down here, at the next level you'd be getting $250 of perf, and at live shows $5 per popularity point from region from mail order. But it costs $750 per month for that. And that's just not worth it, even for the extra dollars that we do need. And we should be making a lot more money now and losing a lot less, as you see here, 1,000. This was solely upgrading. Now down to 250 for this month, and then it'll be 0 for the considerable future. 0 show cost and workers yet. Sponsors already at 40. Our financial estimate is at 240, which is about what we got to last month. But I do want to sign. Talking about cruiserweight title hasn't been defended. We haven't had a show in 35 days. Vipers won it on the last show. Okay, so we're gonna have to be consistent with when our shows are. We'll probably go early month, or late in the month, early in the month, late in the month, early in the month. That'll probably be the best. Brian Stifler's annoyed at a bunch of bullshit. Rachel Rose being left off the shows. Maybe we'll try and get Rachel Rose on it. Let's go ahead and check if we are good to go for the show. We are, but I think I'll keep it there because I do want to go sign somebody. That is for, wait, 216. I want a heavyweight. I want Mander so bad. I want somebody who can be a heavyweight and wrestle, preferably 45 brawling. Like, we could get some of this, and like, this would be very nice if we could get this. And then I also do want like 35 booking skill. We do have a few options. Pat Buck, no. I guess Pat Buck is our only real option other than Danny DeMonto, who is the booker and owner of ICW. He has amazing everything. He has good booking skills. He can wrestle enough. Would even be interested in working here. Seems like he would. Dr. Wagner. Maybe if we lower the booking skill to 30, we can find someone that added EC3. We do not want EC3. So I think we'll go Danny DeMonto, the owner of ICW. I would have to pay for his travel, so I lied. Pat Buck, I would have to pay for his travel. So let's go ahead and maybe cut down this stuff. Damn. Just not adding anybody. That added Shane McMahon. Wow. Brian Idol 70. We wouldn't have to pay his travel. How good is he? He's not good, but he can book really well. Maybe we can go for a road agent to hire who has good booking skill. A lot of these. David Marquez, probably not. Let's see. $40 a show for great booking. He's in Quebec. Let me put them in the southeast so we don't have to pay. And unfortunately, everybody in the southeast is not very good. Let me pull up my thing. We can go mid-Atlantic and check. We can sign either of these two. Too expensive, though. We can also sign in the mid-south without travel. TEW IX's gonna be too expensive. The Great Lakes, we can also sign without paying travel. No. So now it's only the Midwest. And it's Geraldine. So we will have to pay travel for someone. And I just reset everything. Shit. Road agent. Let's go. 65. 65. 60. I'll pay travel, but I want them to be kinda... Okay. Can work in the USA. Dami will be a great road agent and can book. Jimmy Jacobs. Alright. We will be signing Dami, bringing him in. Doesn't have to involve in-ring work. So we are going to be paying... Wow, no, he's in Japan. Yeah, so we will not be bringing her in. But I did notice that I had the GCW banner on, so I fixed that now for you guys. But let's see, is there anybody else within reasonable money at not really? Can I put based in the based in the USA? Maybe I can lower these. David Marquez might be our best option. Yeah, it looks like we'll be going Dory Funk. Oh, excuse me, David Marquez is driven. Is he gonna be a bitch? No, he's cool. Alright, let's go ahead and bring him in. We will have to pay his travel, but that's worth it. It's gonna be like 50 bucks. Just cool. So we'll bring him in. Next show is scheduled for tomorrow. And I want to move the show a little. I want to give him time to come in. So let's go ahead and check the availability. We'll move it to Friday. So, if we move it to Friday, the 10th, it'll be A-okay. I'm gonna go ahead and Simon will be back once we are ready. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And we are going to give nobody the night off. We're going to choose a generic venue. Book a team meeting. We have 41. Not worth it to spend it. Locker room incidents. Nieves and Broner are hanging out. That's fine. Nieves organized a poker tournament. Safety and basics and safety. Alright. We are going to... Let's see. I don't want to mess anything up. So, let's just go bonding and hope it doesn't... Stifler. Oh, God. We're going to have to get a new referee eventually. Alright. Let's get started with booking. Here we go. Let's have Bojack win. We're gonna lift the crowd. Then we'll have Vipress and Rachel Rose. Vipress will defend her championship. Alright. Vipress is gonna retain it, obviously. Okay, I just went to my... That's beautiful. Let's see. Do we have any... I guess not. I think I would already see it. In terms of special finishes, so I guess not. So we'll just leave it like that. Then we'll go inaugural world champion, KJ Orso, and LeBron Kazone. So we'll do that. And we'll let them try and steal the show. KJ will win it with the segment. No technical masterclass. Can you guys do a technical masterclass? I guess Vipers could. Can Rachel? They could. Alright, so let's do that. And then we'll have them open the show instead. And after, we'll have promo. We'll have KJ Orso just go cut a promo. KJ will flaunt. KJ flaunts being the first ever last chance wrestling world champion. Alright, and we'll leave it at that. Probably should start some sort of storyline, but we'll leave it for now. Let's go ahead and run the show. In a technical masterclass that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Vipers defeated Rachel Rose in 15:35 pinfall. Vipers makes defense number 1 of the LCW Cruiserweight Championship. 42 for Vipers, 24 for Rachel Rose. They did not click, which is unfortunate. 37 segment rating. And about the head, great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Bojack defeated Isaiah Broner in 12-10 by submission. The match was designed to lift the crowd. 40. And about the head, superb wrestling and good heat. KJ Orso defeated LeBron Kazone in 15-22 by pinfall with a 450 splash. Match was designed that the wrestlers could go out and try to steal the show. KJ Orso is your world champion. 44 for Orso, 43 for LeBron, 44 segment rating. And KJ Orso flaunts at being the first ever last chance world wrestling world champion. 48. 43, best show yet. Vipers and Rachel Rose kind of fucked us. If they had like a 38 or a 39, we might have been able to get up to 45, but what a show, regardless. We'll go. I can't. Oh, okay, I was trying to get it to KJ. We'll go Bojack, and we'll go Ryan Stifler. Maybe that'll make him happy. Financially, only $700 lost. Popularity recap, we do go up a point. We're getting 0 spillover right now, though. So I'm gonna go ahead and sim, and we'll go ahead and check on some things after. All right, and we are back. As you can see, 600 in debt. Let's go ahead and check our finances. Off that show, we made about $88 in merchandise. That's our most yet, of course, and we should be getting mail orders because. Oh, hold up. Let's check. Merchandise, not on here. Marketing per show, per month is 150. Getting about 300. But we get from our popularity. We should. How do you get to your popularity? We should get. I'm actually kind of interested. We are in debt and they have no shows on the air, but we are the 48th richest company overall somehow. But we have the least popularity. Okay, I guess that's just showing people. But the point is, we have popularity points in spillover, so they should be. Here we go. We have spillover from the southeast, so in these areas we should be getting money from mail orders, which is awesome. Real quick, let's go ahead and figure out when this show is gonna be. I think we'll go the 4th in May, and then we'll go ahead and sim to that, and we'll be right. Oh shit, what did I say? I said the 4th. Okay. Go ahead and sim to the 4th of May. And now, we'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are only 3 days away from Last Chance Live, number 5. We have crowned the champion of KJ Orso. Vipers has made defense number 1 of the Cruiserweight Championship. If you check our finances, we're getting closer to being in positive now that we have our merchandise and sponsorship all fixed up. Our merchandise, we won't even... So, we've only... The last month, if you take away our merchandise cost, which won't be there this month, we only lost $646, which is so close to being in the positive already, only 4 months in. So if we keep building, we will be there in no time. But let's go ahead and sim to Last Chance 3, I believe. I don't think we have anything to do, so let's go ahead and go there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I got a little ahead of myself and already clicked on the night off screen, but obviously nobody. Venue. You're going to go ahead and do a generic one. Booking team, I think we're gonna save that because we can still get to a lot more. Nieves pulled a rib on Rachel Rose. Trainer, awful, and that one was fine. Dress the locker room, do an open form. Okay, everybody who's irritated got a little better. Alright, this time I'm gonna put the show off recording and we'll be back. Alright, and we're back for the show, and we're starting it off with the Vipers Open Challenge, 49 segment rating. In a technical masterclass that had superb wrestling and good heat, Vipers defeated Judas Icarus in 14:41 by submission. Vipers makes defense number 2 of the LCW Cruiserweight Championship. 41-51 for Judas and Vipers, 47 segment rating. About that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Tiffany Nieves defeated Maya World in 10:01 by submission. The match was designed to lift the crowd. 42 for Maya, 27 for Nieves, who was off her game, 37 segment rating. And about that, superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. KJ Orso defeated Marcus Mathers in 15:01 by pinfall with a 450 splash. The match was designed so that the wrestlers could go all out and try to steal the show. KJ Orso makes defense number 1 of the LCW World Championship. 45 for KJ, 44 for Marcus. The match got the crowd buzzing, 44 segment rating. As we end the show with a 44, we are on fire. We are on fire right now with good shows left, right, and center. Locker room, we'll give it to... I'm sorry, guys. We'll give it to Stiff and Joe. Try and help them out. Only $600 lost. We go up 1 point. That is going to be massive in the long run. Every single little point that we can go up will help us out tremendously. I mean, that's the difference between probably $50 in merchandise and fans in the door. Once we up our ticket sales. As you can see, we've lost $800 this week, but we haven't even got half our sponsorship money, which now is supposed to be at $376. And we also haven't got probably most of our mail order merchandise money, which will probably get at least another 10-15 bucks, which will help us out. So let's go ahead and check availability. We'll go the 1st of June. I like that idea. And I will sim and tell you if anything happens. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And we are on the day of our next show, 6. So this will be the last show of the episode. We did 4, 5, 6. As you can see in my world, we went from average to tone. Otis is bulking up his muscle mass, but he's at 281. A big boy, big boy. Quick finance check, as I said, no merchandise cost at all. Brought us down a good bit, and our sponsors and merchandise helped make us a lot of money. Our workers cost keeps going up and down and up and down. It's fluctuating right now. Show cost is going down actually. It's just fluctuating as well. Production's around same. But let's go ahead and move towards Last Chance Live, number 6. Nobody will be getting the night off, and I'm gonna try and get as many people on this show as possible. I'm kind of interested. Generic venue, booking team meeting. It's episode 6. Let's get a creative finish. Safe bet. I'm gonna name it KJ. We'll use that one on KJ. Angle idea. Safe bet. We'll use these both on KJ. KJ promo. Okay. We'll leave it at that. Locker room incidents. Just the trainings. Alright, that's good. Beautiful. No, I don't want to inspire. We'll do an open forum. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. I'm gonna try and get Fatal 4-Way to get all the people who are irritated on the card. Doesn't seem to be many. Rachel Rose still. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll make this a Vipress title defense. Can they all do technical? Good. Good. Vipress is good. And then I put Mathers in it. Mathers is not good. We'll do Maya World instead of Mathers. This will be our Cruiserweight Championship title defense for the night. Vipress will retain. We'll go ahead and lift the crowd. Oh, wait, no, we need to do technical. We'll do technical right here. And then let's give it a good... You know, that's already a lot of money. Let's cheap out a little with the rest of them. We'll do Gavin Ash and Mathers to lift the crowd. I'm sure that'll be a great match. So they can lift the crowd. And, you know, I'll let the game choose who wins this one. But KJ, let's go give him his 15 minutes. KJ Orso. And this is going to be stealing the show. Who has the best stats? We'll go Dale. See what Dale Patricks can do in a match with KJ. KJ is going to win. You'll steal the show. Create a finish. KJ. Okay. Now we'll have KJ promo. KJ flaunts his second title defense. Period. KJ Orso. And where is our angle idea? KJ promo. There we go. Let's get started with the last video episode. Scrambling my words. Last show of the episode. Alright. In a technical masterclass that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Vipress defeated Adrian Alanis, Rachel Rose in Maya World in 13:02 when Vipress pinned Maya World. Vipress makes defense number 3 of her Last Chance Wrestling Cruiserweight Championship. 27, 26, 49, 35, Adrian, Rachel, Vipress, Maya, 27, I already just said that. Road agent was KJ. I have more than enough road agents. KJ might have to get taken off that. Maya and Rachel were off their game. 39. Lord, and about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Marcus Mathers defeated Gavin Ash in 11:43 by pinfall with a Bozo Buster. The match was designed to lift the crowd, 33 segment rating, and this show sucked. And about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. KJ Orso defeated Dale Patricks in 14:37 by pinfall with a 450 splash. 46-26 for KJ and Dale, 38 segment rating, and then a 58. I'm sorry, guys. As KJ launched his second title defense, 39. KJ really saved us there, honestly. Vipress is definitely getting it. Gavin and Mathers aren't getting it. Adrian can get it. He was the better of the 3 in that. Wow. No popularity. He was the better of the 3 bad workers, if you will, in the Fatal 4-Way. I should have just stuck with what was working in the formula, but I decided to change it up to try and get more people on the card, and it didn't work. I will be simming to the start of next month to look at our money, and then after that, we will go ahead and wrap up the video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the start of July. Let's go ahead and check our mail. Dale Patricks is leaving ICW. Rush extended with both companies. Becca and Alec Price have split up, okay. Alright, let's check our finance. Only $400 lost last year, which is going to take us a while to make a profit, but I think we will be making a profit by the end of this month, and I think we will be out of debt hopefully by the end of this year. That's the ultimate goal. Now real quick, let's check the inner circle before we go ahead and end off this episode. Not the inner circle, the creative. Our franchise players are Vipress, KJ, LeBron, Nieves, and Judas. Next big things, no one. Hot Prospects, no one. Talk the Talk, KJ, Vipers, Ash, and Maya. Showstoppers, Vipers, KJ, Judas, LeBron, Gavin. Ring Generals, Vipers, KJ, Gavin, Dale, and LeBron. Who's hot and who's not doesn't matter. Hidden Gems, anybody that we can go ahead and take a look at. Miranda, Elise. We saw all of these people besides Elise, but for $100 a show, it ain't worth it. She does have great stats, though. But, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for watching Last Chance Wrestling, Local to Global, Episode 3, and have a glorious rest of your day.